She didn't just hand me divorce papers, she tossed $100 bill across the table like I was a beggar. "Book a cab to your parents' place," she sneered. "Goodbye." Beside her, my brother, smiling, smug, leaned back in his chair. The self-proclaimed CEO of our billion-dollar furniture empire, the man she left me for. And then my lawyer laughed, out loud, because he knew the truth, they didn't. My brother was always the golden boy, smooth talker, family favorite, the one who never worked a full day in his life, yet everyone swore he was destined for greatness. I was the shadow, the quiet one, the son who stayed late in the warehouses, learning every blueprint, every contract, every weakness in the supply chain. When our father passed, the empire needed a leader. My brother claimed the spotlight. My wife stood beside him, whispering in his ear, fueling his ego. And me, I stayed silent, because real power doesn't brag. Real power waits. The first betrayal was her absence, missed anniversaries, excuses, late nights she spent helping him with strategy. Then came the slips, the cologne that wasn't mine, the calls that ended too quickly, the way she stopped meeting my eyes at breakfast. I didn't confront, didn't rage, I observed. And when I finally caught them together, in the office my father built, her lips on his hands on what was mine, I said nothing. Because fury destroys. Patience sharpens. They thought they'd taken everything. She filed for divorce, confident I'd walk away empty-handed. He strutted in interviews, claiming the CEO title, boasting about his empire. But what they never understood was this. The empire had always been mine, legally, strategically, entirely. I didn't just work in the shadows, I built them. While he posed for cameras, I negotiated the contracts. While he spent money, I structured the trusts. While they plotted together, I secured majority control in silence. Every signature, every clause, every share. I wasn't the shadow, I was the architect. So when the final settlement came and she tossed me that pathetic $100 bill, my lawyer couldn't help himself. His laughter cut the silence in two. She frowned. My brother snapped, "What's so funny?" That's when the folder hit the table. Thick, heavy. Inside, proof. Articles of incorporation, voting rights, board resolutions, every piece showing that my brother wasn't CEO. He never had been. I was. Her smirk collapsed first. His face followed, draining pale as the document spread out before him. My lawyer spoke, voice calm, precise. "Your settlement proposal assumes he's a dependent, that he owns nothing. That's incorrect." He leaned back, savoring the moment. As majority shareholder and sitting CEO, my client isn't walking away with scraps. He is the company. The room went dead quiet. My brother tried to recover, stammered something about a mistake, about Dad's wishes. I finally spoke. "No, this was always the plan. You wanted the crown without the weight. You let me do the work while you played the king." And she, I looked at her, cold, steady, thought she was clever, tying herself to a title that was never his. I slid the folder toward them. Checkmate. The rest unfolded like theater. The settlement flipped instantly. She left with nothing but debt. The $100 she tossed at me sat untouched on the table, a monument to her arrogance. My brother, forced off the board, stripped of power, his name erased from the press releases he once adored. The empire didn't crumble, it thrived, because it had always been mine. They just hadn't realized until it was too late. I walked out of that room without looking back, not because I didn't want to see their faces collapse further, but because I didn't need to. Revenge isn't about spectacle, it's about precision. It's about letting your betrayers write their own downfall while you hold the pen. She thought I'd be humiliated. He thought he'd stolen my crown. But when the dust settled, the truth was simple. They'd betrayed a man who'd already won. Now, when I sit in the boardroom, I see their ghosts. Her smirk, his swagger, both illusions, both broken. And I remember the lesson they taught me without realizing it. Never announce power. Never flaunt it. Control isn't declared. It's revealed at the exact moment it destroys your enemies. So when my lawyer laughed that day, it wasn't just at their stupidity, it was at the inevitability, because they were already finished the moment they believed the empire wasn't mine.